Hi friends, so you're thinking about moving to Keller, Texas. Today I'm going to break down the real pros and the real cons of living in Keller so you can make a decision if this is the right place for you. When you stay around to the end, I'm going to share one con that actually will surprise most of you. It ends up being a hidden advantage, especially for those that live here long term. So let's get started. If this is the first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Keller, Texas and the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, make sure you hit the button below to subscribe. My name is Marcie Russell and I'm with the RM Russell team. My business partner and husband, Robin, and I love helping families move to Keller, Texas and the surrounding Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Whether that's now or in the future, please reach out to us, contact us. We'd love to be your boots on the ground here and help you. All of our contact information is below. Let's talk about the first pro for Keller. Keller is centrally positioned with access to major freeways. Let's talk about the commute times for a moment. To get to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and it is an international airport, it's around 18 to 22 minutes, which is really great. For those that are traveling in and out of Dallas-Fort Worth. And then if we're going to downtown Fort Worth, that has a lot of entertainment, restaurants, a lot of history in downtown Fort Worth, you're looking at about 25 to 30 minutes, of course, depending on the time of day you go. And then one of my favorites is going to Southlake Town Center. They have a lot of shopping. It's always a beautiful time there in Southlake because it's all outdoor. And it's just kind of a fun place, especially at the holidays, to go and just stroll around with friends. And that's about 10 to 15 minutes from Keller, which is really a bonus. And then the newest area is going to be Alliance Town Center and Presidio, which are around 10 to 12 minutes. Again, an up and coming area that really has exploded this last year. A lot of shopping, a lot of new restaurants. They've also put in this last 2 years at HEB. And then the Presidio area, which is just across the freeway from 35 and Alliance Town Center, or the Alliance Corridor. There's a lot of new restaurants there, shopping. Costco is over there, as well as new restaurants. So pizza places and brunch places. So it's a great place to go. So it's very conveniently located for Keller residents to get around. The major freeways are going to be Highway 377 and also 1709. So those two are the major freeways or parkways that come in and out of Keller. And then a lot of people will use Golden Triangle or Kroger Drive to get to the Alliance Corridor and I-35. Of course, 114 and the newest Freeway 170 is great to also get to Dallas and to the airport, and then out north towards Decatur. So great ways to get around, lots of different options in case you run into some traffic. So the second pro for Keller is something that we've talked about a lot, the lifestyle and the amenities. So you've got parks and athletic complexes, public facilities like the Keller Point for recreation. And then, of course, Bear Creek Park is fabulous. One of my favorite places to go to walk, enjoy time with my friends, whether we are walking the trails or just sitting and visiting. And then also, I've been able to take my grandson there to the park, which is just a beautiful thing. So there are a lot of community events in Keller. There's the farmers market, and there's also seasonal festivities. So there's a lot going on in Keller for family-friendly community lifestyle. So let's talk about the third pro for Keller, the housing variety. Most of the homes in Keller were built between 1980 and 1990. There has been some recent new construction, especially in the north side of Keller. But with these homes, this really gives buyers access to different lot sizes, architectural styles, and different amenities. We've talked about Hidden Lakes and we've talked about Marshall Ridge in our vlog video. Those are very popular neighborhoods. and it's because of their amenities and their location in Keller. So pro number 4 is probably one of my favorites about Keller. Keller is a community of people, and it's connected through sports, community, the festivities, and the different amenities that we have in Keller. Keller is really a small town feel, which is how I grew up in Decatur. So I love being connected to in the Keller community. It's very rare for me to go have coffee or lunch or dinner out in Keller without knowing someone that either I've worked with or met in the community. It just really creates that small town feel and that community involvement, community love that I especially love growing up in a small town. So we've covered the pros. Now it's time to cover the cons. Probably one of the main challenges that buyers have in Keller is that the home prices tend to be higher than other surrounding areas. The reason for that is Keller's mostly built out. And so with the demand, the housing, and also the fact that there aren't that many newer homes, and the newer homes that are coming in are going to be on that higher end. This is definitely a con for buyers in Keller. Okay, the second con is going to be new construction. There is very limited new construction in Keller because Keller is mostly built out. Buyers are having to really go to Roanoke, Northlake, Justin, and even North Fort Worth to find options for new builds. So this is definitely a con for those buyers looking to move to Keller. Okay, con number 3 is going to be the traffic. So Keller has Keller Parkway, which is also 1709. And that's the main road to get you in and out of Keller. And it's also the main commercial road as well. So it can get really congested. The lunch hours, the evening commute can get really congested. So a lot of Keller residents end up using Golden Triangle or even North Tarrant Parkway to come in and out of Keller. Of course, the traffic isn't as bad as some areas, but this is definitely going to be a con for Keller. Then the fourth con that we have for Keller is, as we mentioned earlier, the homes in Keller are going to be 20 to 30 years old. So these homes are showing their age and they're going to need to be remodeled. Oftentimes the remodeling is going to happen in the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the dining areas. So that is something with older homes to get them up to the modern styles. Some remodel may need to be done to make it feel a little more up to date. So those are the cons for Keller. I promised I would tell you the hidden secret. So Keller's housing market competitiveness can initially feel like a downside, but it also contributes to the long-term stability and property values, something a lot of residents really appreciate once they move in. If you're thinking about moving to Keller, whether that be now or in the future, Robin and I would love to help you make that smooth move to Keller. All of our contact information is listed below. And don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and comment on our video to make sure that you see all of our videos. Be sure to check out the next one, which is new construction. Thanks for following along with us, and we'll see you soon.